question
so
when
the
I
Saudi
saw this.
CP,
I said, was this figure or the figures in the chart, were they equalized for currency exchange rates? They've been equalized.
So it's after the equalization of currency.
Yes, it's after the equalization.
Let's look at oil and petrol and test your theory that compared to other countries,
No,
how
but I
much
should
is oil and
also,
petrol?
I should also just,
Diesel and
just
petrol.
hold on. Because I'm not a party to this, let me explain to you. The Indian LPG price is determined by something called the Saudi contract price. That Saudi contract price during this period has gone up by a massive amount. Yeah. And we have come down. So we've come down by 23%, whereas the Saudi contract price has gone up by 60%. This is the beauty of this thing. I don't know whether you have a figure like that, but you please go ahead to the next chart. We'll look at it here.
No, I have the chart here of the Saudi CP, and this is what we've not put it up there, but that's what you're saying. So the Saudi CP at this point, you're saying there is a difference at 803 and at 1,028 and 609. So the Saudi contract price, that's the base price, because bulk of the gas is procured from there, and that's where it's benchmarked. So you're saying, but the consumer will only think कि 50 रुपए बढ़ा दिए.
No, consumer will not think if you explain it to the consumer. By nowhere in the world does the consumer say that the economic utilities should not be viable. You go on promising something, वो जो एक political party है जिनके पास 2-3 states है अभी, कभी दूध का दाम बढ़ा देते हैं, कभी बस का भाड़ा वो लगा देते हैं, कभी कुछ करते हैं. अरे भाई, आप किसी को प्रॉमिस, हर एक बहन को एक महीने में 1,000 रुपया मिलेगा, वो आम आदमी पार्टी ने कहा था. 40 महीने हो गए, किसी एक बहन को भी 1 रुपया नहीं मिला. So the point is, you have to have credibility in what you are putting before the people. Now, in this case, whatever you do, you compare the prices. This was, by the way, minus 23%.
Correct.
And the other places are going up by 10%.
10%.
Or 5-6%.
Yeah.
If you look at petrol, diesel, you were coming to
Yeah,
that. I'm
yeah.
sorry,
Let's look at the petrol, diesel numbers, and we can show you those numbers. Now, Bharat, that's LPG. Yeah, that's petrol. So as of now, we are minus 6.48% down compared to a Pakistan that's gone up to 54.2.
Gone up by 55%.
Gone up by 55%, but we don't benchmark ourselves with Pakistan anymore. We benchmark ourselves with some of the other countries. So let's look at US.
Benchmarking के बात कर, जो मैं civil servant था, I was a foreign service officer for 39 years. ये कांग्रेस सरकार के समय तक इंडिया पाकिस्तान ही benchmark होता था, hyphenate होता था. Sugar है, we've got out of that. So, because we are now one of the most successful economies. These are two countries born from the womb of the same mother in 1947. And we are today the 4th largest economy in the world. And Pakistan is I don't want to say anything, basket case.
Yeah, but we also have an interim advisor who believes that without Bangladesh, we won't be able to survive. That's
Who's
what
this?
That's what they said in Beijing.
Who said?
We'll be landlocked. Okay, let's look at US, Italy, Spain, Germany, France.
US it went up by
27%.
27%. So we are the only country which brought it down. I mean, so there is a story in and of itself here.
So we brought it down because we were buying oil from Russia.
No. Wait. We are buying oil from 27 countries earlier. Now we are then buying from 39, and then we started buying from Argentina, which makes it 40. By the way. You can buy oil from anywhere. If your policies are sound, what you turn around and say, I will issue a tender at the point of importation, जिसके बाद माल है आके supply कर जाए. That is why we are successful.
अब एक ट्रम्प भाई साहब हैं, उनके पास भी ऑयल है, उन्होंने भी फ्रैकिंग खोल दी है.
अरे मेरे भाई उनके पास ऑयल है. They are the world's largest producer. They produce 13 million barrels a day. Now they're going to be producing another 1.6 million barrels a day. But the issue is not that. They must have the oil to sell us. When they have the oil, but LNG they have. And I see a lot of increase in LNG. By the way, we've been buying $15 to $20 billion of energy from them, in any case, in the last few years.
So by buying more oil, more energy from them, are we going to be able to offset this entire tariff thing, sir?
But why are you so mesmerized by this tariff?
No, we're not mesmerized.
No, but why? When there is a young leader, 54-year-old Yuva Neta, who made some statement, because in the last public event I went, they asked me, उन्होंने ये कहा, मैंने कहा मैं नाम लेता नहीं किसी नेता का, उनको बोलो पहले अपने आप को समझे ये टैरिफ क्या चीज होती है. देखिए, वो जो देश है जहां पे टैरिफ, Every country is free to determine its own economic policies. But we are part of a multilateral system. We were original signatories to the GATT, General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade. WTO आया, वहाँ पे कुछ negotiate. Somebody wants to change it because they think short right. Don't comment on it. You have to deal with it. भाई साहब, आपके 40% exports तो services में है. The services sector is not covered by tariffs. Tariffs are applied on goods as they cross borders, but services तो चली जाती है. It can go ऊपर से भी और साइड से भी, सब जगह से चली जाएगी सर्विस. You can be different kinds of services you're providing. Some of your sectors are just now not covered, like pharmaceutical. Look, I'm not a trade. I'm a student of trade negotiation. But just now, when Piyush ji comes tomorrow evening, you ask him. My view is that he will exude a quiet confidence. We are one of the countries which is dealing with this, and as my colleague Jaishankar ji said, we are hopeful, following his discussions with the Secretary of State Rubio yesterday, we are hopeful of concluding an early trade agreement with the United States. So I think we are on track.
You're on track. So you don't think Bharat is going to be adversely affected?
अरे भाई ये एडवर्स क्या होता है यार, मतलब समझाओ तो
अच्छा,
सही. हर एक चैलेंज में अपॉर्चुनिटी.
ये डिसरप्शन अच्छा है कि खराब है?
अरे अच्छा खराब तो कुछ नहीं होता. अगर आप में दम है, रेसिलियंस है, तो यू टेक एडवांटेज ऑफ एन अपॉर्चुनिटी, ऑफ अ चैलेंज, एंड यू यूटिलाइज इट एज एन अपॉर्चुनिटी. मेरी जिंदगी में तो यही हुआ. जब किसी कठिनाई का सामना करना पड़ा, उसमें से अच्छे निकले. अरे मैं बताता हूं, मुझे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी की overall his capacity to navigate this and his team is second to none. We will come out winners in this.
What's the message for the Yuva here?
Yuva says, I'm jealous of you, yaar. I wish I was born when you guys were born.
Why do you say that?
I'm telling you because I was born 5 years after the partition. It was a difficult time. When I went to the university, we couldn't get a gas cylinder. I'm just giving you an example. You had to be very influential to get a gas cylinder. You had to be even more influential to get a telephone connection, even if you could afford it. When I left Delhi University at a very young age and was looking around for jobs, if you got a first class, you could get a teaching job in a Delhi University college. If you were very bright, there were 2 or 3 private sector companies that could hire you. And if you were not so bright, I shouldn't say this, but I will. You could become a lawyer. They did very well, by the way, huh? They did very well. But the issue is today, look at our youngsters. They have been born. What would be the average age of the youth here? I suspect about 18, 20 years old.
18, 20? All right. चलिए 25 मान लेते हैं.
25.
हाँ.
अच्छा, we are in 2025. We will be a Viksit Bharat by 2047. That if you're 25 now, when you're 47 years old, you will be part of a developed country with an economy of the size of $30 trillion, 35 trillion, 40 trillion, I don't know. So, when I say that I'm envious that you have been born now, I mean it in a positive way. You should be very proud of the fact that you're born in a country which has a demographic plus, which is a country which is firing on all cylinders. The economy is growing at 6.5% at a time when the world economy is facing headwinds. I mean, the major economies in the world, I am not going to go into what the chances of a recession are as a result of X, Y, or Z. I'm not getting into it. But look at them. We will overcome these challenges. We will go from a 4 trillion to a 7 to a $10 trillion economy. So as I said, if you are their age, the employment opportunities, they are challenges, all right. Yeah. Because today, artificial intelligence and all these other technological breakthroughs, they are producing a new kind. So skilling also will be required because, you have one part of the population, basic skilling is required. Then you have another one which is very high skilling. I was talking to some of your invitees outside. Mind-boggling what these startups are doing in Silicon Valley and other places. Mind-boggling stuff.
Not just delivery services. Huh? Not just delivery services.
No, bhai, let's be serious about it. I was telling you the story when I went for India Energy Week last year, and we were taking the Honorable Prime Minister around. They went to the BPCL stall. They had a electrolyzer there, domestically manufactured in collaboration with BARC, Baba Atomic Energy and so on, where they used the original technology which was there in a submarine where used to produce oxygen for the crew inside the tank, and they produced it for green hydrogen. So when I go around startups, those comments you're referring to, they were in a particular context. The fact of the matter is India today, both in terms of the unicorns and we have a in innovation and technology is one of our strengths. And these young people going into that strength, you're still very young, but I don't claim to be part of the innovative lot. I'm set in my ways. I try to be innovative in my limited way, but there are limitations to that.
Final question, we run out of time, but I just want to quickly ask you, have you ever faced discrimination as a Sikh in Bharat? And this entire narrative that's being trying to be drummed up, post 84, etc., etc. I have to ask you this, Hardeep, because there will be a lot of people who will want you to.
I have never faced any discrimination of anything, and not because I'm a Sikh. When I was a 4-year-old kid, and Sikh children don't cut their hair, I used to have a little Judai tried around. So I was going to a kindergarten in Germany. 4 or 5 or 6 years old, I don't know. So, the German boys, very, those blonde, blue-eyed guys. So they say, ye kya hai, lambe baal. So they try to teach me, to tease me a little. So I had my mother had a German friend. We used to call her a second mother. So she said, next time somebody does, take your shoe and just kick them under the knee, not too hard. वो एक दो बार किया, वो एकदम सही हो गए. उसके बाद बड़े अच्छे हो गए. मुझे तो किसी ने बुली नहीं किया और कोई India is the safest haven for all minorities, believe me. And the Sikhs who say, अरे भाई तुम्हें कनाडा में या कहीं और जाकर सेटल करना है, अपनी कहानी कुछ और बनाओ. Not because you are being discriminated or persecuted here. Pure BS. Sikhs have, look, we are a small percentage of the population. कितनी है यार अभी 1.4% है हमारी population. Our contribution to the armed forces 20%. Our contribution to anything. When I joined the foreign service, we had 5 Sikhs in my batch. I mean, not all wearing turban, but most of them wearing turban. So the Sikhs have never faced discrimination anywhere. ये जो appeasement politics के minorities को यार discrimination हो गई, ये हो गई. अरे अपना देखो अभी क्या बेवकूफी के stand ले रहे हैं recent legislation पे. अरे I must say all minorities, India is the safest haven.
Ladies and gentlemen, Shri Hardeep Puri.